right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the author Andrew Snorton, and you're joining me for the Fast 15, as we normally do at about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a couple of exceptions here and there, but in general, about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we take about no more than about 15 minutes to kind of pause, check up, check in, enjoy an encouraging note from any of my books or audiobooks, close out with a few announcements and just some just words of encouragement, basically. All of us are dealing with something. Some people are really dealing with some heavy stuff. And sometimes you just can't wait until the end of the day or the next day. Sometimes you just need that moment during the day to kind of pause and reboot. So hopefully what we're doing pretty much each Wednesday, midweek, almost at the turning point, for those of you, depending on your work schedules, to just kind of get that pick me up. And hopefully it's not only helping you, but it's helping me too to keep perspective. So I thank you guys for joining me. To make it simple, if you add me on Instagram at AuthorASnorton and click on the link in the bio, it'll have my link tree. And so if you jot down linktr.ee/AuthorASnorton. So I'll read that again. linktr.ee/AuthorASnorton. So that's going to be the link in the bio for my Instagram. When you go there, you can pull up the Facebook page, the Twitter X, however you want to call it, the YouTube channel, the landing page for the Author Andrew Snorton blend, which is the coffee collaboration with Fonte's Coffee, recent articles, upcoming events, all that type of stuff. So I'll ask that you guys make sure to do that. Of course, like and share, on any of the social media platforms where you're following me. And thank you guys so much for your support. As we always do, we take the very beginning to just kind of, just do acknowledgments. As we know, there are some people who are really going through some challenges, and that could be from health related to family related to job related or other things. And sometimes, depending on the nature of it and the depth and whatever, it can be kind of hard hitting. And for some people, their mind kind of strays to where they feel like people aren't thinking about them or don't care. So what I'm saying is, to anyone that's really going through, one of those life challenges or what have you, yes, you have the right to feel the way that you do because it's happening to you. It's not happening to anybody else. It's happening to you. But one thing we ask is don't let that spill over into you doing something dangerous to yourself, dangerous to people around you, or dangerous to your community. We don't want you to, when the smoke clears, you're like, what did I do? So if whatever you're going through requires you to get professional help, get it if you have access to that type of stuff. If what you're going through requires a little bit more informal, maybe faith-based or nonprofit-based or whatever, get the help you need. Seriously, get the help you need to help you turn the corner, because there are people that are counting on you, and there are people that want you to do well. So that's for anyone that's going through, a challenge. For people that are experiencing success, hey, congratulations to you. You might have that new job, new car, new place to live. You just came through a life challenge. You're getting ready to go on a trip. All those types of things. And so when you are experiencing something positive that you see is putting you in a better place, professionally, community-wise, spiritually, or what have you, yeah, you should celebrate. Now, don't go over the top with your celebration, but definitely celebrate because you know what you had to work through in order to get there, and feed off the positive energy and the positive spirit to prepare you for what's next. And in the midst of it, let's not forget those who are going through something. So before we get into our topic for the day, I want to give a shout to Bellissimo the Stylist joining. So make sure to check them out on Instagram, Bellissimo the Stylist, doing some great work. I'm gonna have to check you out again, but thank you. So Bellissimo the Stylist, thank you so much for joining us. So with it being the heart of baseball season, I know baseball fan, I actually cover minor league baseball, mainly AAA baseball. But this is my book, Nothing Minor, which is a snapshot of my coverage in 2019. A little bit of the backstory. About half the players I interviewed are of African-American background, because we know on the highest level of Major League Baseball is less than African Americans make up less than 10% of the playing population. Probably about 2 out of 5 to 3 out of 5 of the players that were interviewed are actually on major league rosters. A few of them are actually starting and playing significant roles on their respective teams. There's a special section on the Negro Southern League Museum in Birmingham, Alabama. So for those of you that are history people, you definitely want to check that out. And I was about to say, goodness, a couple other features. So you want to make sure to check this out. But in addition to the game coverage, you are getting, just insight from some of the different players. So what I'd like to do is, this is one interview. All the interviews I really enjoy, but this is a statement that I like going to for perspective, and it's actually from Tristan Casas. So at the time I interviewed him, this book was based on my coverage of 2019. At the time I interviewed him, he was at A-ball, which is one of the lower levels of minor league ball. Fast forward to today, he's the starting first baseman for the Boston Red Sox. He's probably now really hitting his stride, and a key reason for Boston still kind of in the hunt for one of those playoff spots. And I always like looking at this one because when I interviewed him, it was right after the team lost. And I've used this one before, but I like to use it because some of us really do take some losses. We take some financial hits. We take personal hits, like, people who you thought were one way end up being something else. And yeah, sometimes those losses can hurt. But this is what he said. And keep in mind, he made this quote when he was a year out of high school. So let me go ahead and use this one. So I'm going to read this closing quote. He notes, "We stayed in it and battled to the last out. I think we learned a lot about our team and can take that with us to the next game. In assessing Charleston," he adds, "they have a lot of hard throwers. We have to look to be aggressive early in the zone. We know we're going to be challenged, so we have to come out with the right approach." Now that statement provides some understanding that even at this level, the importance of reviewing scouting reports and other details is critical for success at this or any level. But then he closes out with this quote, "And when it comes to losing," he concludes, "we either learn or we win." And I love going to that because all of us have dealt with some setbacks, some losses, some things that have really not been good, to be honest with you. But you learn or you win. So you learn about yourself, you learn about different situations, you learn about people around you, you learn to take periodic inventory, and then you win because you take what you've learned from those lessons to put you in a better position. So maybe you're more sympathetic, maybe you're more empathetic, maybe you're more discerning, maybe you're a lot more efficient. But a lot of times we forget that losses can teach you things that wins cannot. And for someone at the time who was 19, he's probably like 23 now, to have that type of insight, I tell you what, whenever I start feeling like, darn, this didn't work out and that didn't work out and all that, I go back to this one and I tell you what, it's a good reminder. So that's from Nothing Minor. Definitely want to pick that up at your bookstore or request it at your bookstore, along with Amazon, Barnes and Noble, all that good stuff, or just inbox me, and if I have enough inventory, we can work that out to get you an autographed copy. So a couple of things are coming up on the horizon as we get ready to wind down. August 19th, Jackson, Mississippi. I'm so excited to be a part of the Mississippi Book Festival. This will be my 5th time doing this. I'll be at the Authors Alley. That's going to have a lot of tents, a lot of fans, and a lot of water, so it's supposed to be hot on Saturday. But make sure to come out to the Mississippi State Capitol. Go to the cover tent areas where they have the water, the fans. They'll have the hydrating stations, and stop by my section. I'll have all 4 of my books available, information on how you can download and stream the audiobooks, and we will have the medium and the light roast of the author Andrew Snorton blend, which is done in collaboration with Fonte's Coffee. And speaking of Fonte's Coffee, join me there in Louisville, Kentucky on August 26th at 11 a.m. Looking forward to being back at the coffee house. Shouts to Leo, Mary, and the entire team doing some amazing work there at Fonte's Coffee. We will release the decaf. So we already have the medium roast, we have the light roast, and now we'll have the decaf because we know there's some people who will need that. And we might drop a hint or two about what we're doing, what we're brewing during the holidays, or what's percolating over the holidays. So make sure to check me out there. And then September 17th from 2 to 4 p.m. at 44th and 3rd Bookseller. Join me there. I don't get a chance to do a lot of signings in Atlanta often, but when I do, y'all come on, show up and show out. So shouts to the amazing folks at 44th and 3rd Bookseller. If you add me on Instagram and click on the link in the bio, you'll see the Eventbrite. Please, as best as possible, RSVP through the Eventbrite. We're trying to make sure we have our numbers straight for September 17th. So do that now. Share the information. Shouts again to great events I've been able to do the beginning of the month. August 5th, I was at Smoke Break Conyers. Many thanks to the ownership and team there. And yes, I found my grinder. It's a long story, but I'll tell you about it another day. Had a great time August 10th at the Winder Public Library as part of the Inspired Author Series presented by Deidre Walker. Shouts to Deidre Walker, Emery Rose Photography, and Winder Public Library. Had a great time, great experience. So the info is on some of the video and what have you. I've posted some reels, but if you go on, add me on Instagram, click on the link in the bio, and go to my YouTube, from there, you can go ahead and handle that. So those are some of the main things that are coming up on that end. Oh, Sip and Flow. We are rescheduling Sip and Flow to September 27th. We were originally going to do it today. We needed to do a couple other things to maneuver around, but September 27th for Sip and Flow in collaboration with I Am Rooted. It'll actually be I Am Rooted's 4th anniversary. So definitely make sure to take note. We'll have updates on that. But Sip and Flow is being rescheduled to September 27th. And of course, as you guys know, August is my favorite month. If you have been reading your newsletter, you'll know why. So if you want to know why this month is my favorite month, and if you're not subscribed to the newsletter, inbox me on here on Instagram, or when you add me on Instagram, click on the link in the bio. The newsletter is the very first thing. Read it and you'll know why. So yeah, so thank you guys. Really excited about what's taking place this month. Many thanks to each and every one of you for your support, encouragement. It goes a long way. Look, ask an author how long that goes. Here, ask me. But I really appreciate your encouragement and support. So as we get ready to wind down, I hope you are enjoying our time. Just kind of pause and check in. The acknowledgments that we do, the selection that we pull, and a couple of announcements where you can meet, greet, connect. Usually I rattle off all the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, but to make it simple, add me on Instagram at AuthorASnorton. Click on the link in the bio, which is my link tree. For those of you who just want to go straight to my link tree, it's linktr.ee/AuthorASnorton. And when you go there, it has the menus for all, like my website, social media, the info on the coffee collab, all that type of thing. So we're going to try to drive you guys more to my Instagram and my link tree, so that way it's easier for you to navigate instead of having to copy down 50, 1100 things. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, whether slow or swift, movement is movement. Whether small or big, a victory is a victory. Keep it moving, keep it victorious. Best wishes to you, your families, friends, loved ones, communities, and beyond. And let's go ahead and make it happen. You guys take really good care, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And again, Jackson, Mississippi, the SIP. I'm going to see you all this Saturday. Take good care, and I'll see you later.